Welcome back to Sports for Real with Coach Hall. I want to say happy Thanksgiving to everybody, and while you guys get prepared to stuff yourselves on today's fares, I just want to talk a little bit of college football. You know, this weekend is going to determine a lot as far as the college football playoffs, and right now there are two teams that really control the destiny. First off is TCU. They're undefeated. They got Iowa State this weekend, and they're probably going to have Baylor in the championship game. We just had a thrilling game between Baylor and TCU this past weekend, so that would be a thrilling way to end the Big 12 season. I'm not sure if TCU really wants to play Baylor, but it'll be a way to prove that, you know, these guys here can overcome every single obstacle and still make it to an undefeated season. I don't think the college football playoffs want TCU to go undefeated, but I think it would be a welcome change if they are able to do that. The other team, USC, they control their own destiny. They got Notre Dame this weekend, and then they're probably going to have Oregon in the championship game the week after. If they are able to run the table, then they are going to be in the playoffs. The first time we had a Pac-10 team in about 7-8 years. Washington was the last team I saw. And I think that USC probably will run the table, and they're going to get back into the playoffs, and it'll probably be a 3 seed. As far as the other teams, Georgia, you know, people have been talking about the SEC possibly getting 3 teams in the playoffs. I don't ever see the day that's going to happen. But by Tennessee losing last week, especially with Hendon Hooker getting hurt, Tennessee is pretty much out of it. Alabama is pretty much out of it. And Georgia, I think, is going to whip LSU in the championship game to put all that to bed. So this is going to be a year where the SEC only has 1 team in the playoffs. So the way I see it, USC and TCU will run the table. Georgia is going to be there, and then the winner of the Michigan-Ohio State game is going to be there. So that is my take on the playoffs. And what you have in that situation is a truly national playoff. I repeat, or I should say this, that the National College Championship is not an SEC showcase. It should be a national program. Matter of fact, if you don't win your conference, I don't think you should be in the playoffs. So, again, the college football playoff is not an SEC showcase. So, that was my take. I think TCU and USC will run the table to put their name in the hat. Georgia has been dominant. Even if they lost the conference championship game, they'll probably still be there. And whoever wins that Georgia, and not Georgia, but Ohio State and Michigan game taking place on Saturday. More on that later. But that's just my quick thoughts about what I think the playoffs are going to be starting next month. Sports for Real.